Okay, so we have to start with the introduction of decimal in front of children, and I'm introducing. I have not prepared for this one, so I'm trying to do it instantly. Okay, so I have this was advised from the panel who were taking the interviews, that to introduce decimal numbers you need to introduce fractions first in front of children. Okay, so we can take examples from the surrounding of the child itself, because if we are teaching, that means that the child must be in school, so we can take example of their classroom or from the school as well. So what we could do is, we could ask children to count the number of girls, number of boys, total number of children in the class that are present there. Okay, so when I ask them to count number of girls, so let's say the number of girls in their class is 8. Okay, and when I told them to count number of boys, so they counted and it was 7, and so the total number of children will be 15. Okay, and I am saying them, now I am asking them to find the number of girls to the total number of children. So how will they find this? I can I can, what do we say, I can help them, that firstly I use number of girls. So we have to write number of girls first. So we have written number of girls, then I ask 2. What does that 2 mean? 2 is this, when we write the number of girls is 8. Okay, and I ask them to find number of girls to the total number of children. So 2 means this is what 2 is, and total number of children 8 plus 7 is 15, so this must be 15. Okay, so this is that we get this is what we call as fraction. This is a fraction. So in the same way I can take example of and many such fractions, like I can ask them to count total number of desks in their classroom and how many of it is broken, and how many of it is the repaired one, or the ones in which there is no such no such, what do we say, discrepancies. So I can ask them to find the fraction of, I can ask them to find number of broken desks to the total number of desks, or I can ask them to find a number of desks that are perfectly fine to the total number of desks. I can tell them. So with the help of number of examples, I think they will be able to get, not literally, not बिल्कुल एकदम अंदर तक आ जाएगा ऐसा नहीं है, but they can after so many examples they now understand that whatever I am saying saying earlier, we have to write it on the upper side, and whatever that I am saying after 2, that we need to write after this line. Okay, below this line. So when they are done with this, I can tell them that the number that is on the upper side is what we call as numerator, and the number at the below is what we call as denominator. Now students, if this is looking little if, okay, let's say we know how to divide, hai na? So if we will divide them, what will we get? There are I guess 2 cases. In one case, in a case we can have remainder 0, and in another case it must happen that we cannot get remainder 0, and when remainder is not 0, then our quotient will be in something else. Okay, so let's try to do the division part. Okay, students, I think no division, but I am not sure if they know it, we have to take zeros with the help of that or not. So I can try that to find out. Okay, but I know it for sure that they must know table up to I guess 12-15 tak to they must know. So I can take the examples such that can make denominator जो है ना वो फटाफट से 0 बन जाए. I can take that example. So let's say I am writing 7/2. Okay, and if we have to change it into, see, right now it is in fraction, so if we are going to divide this, we will get this. Okay, so बच्चा ये तो जानता है 2 3 6 minus करेंगे 1. Okay students, now after this what will happen? After this, remainder is 1, but we want it to be 0. So how could we make it 0? We can take a 0 over here, and then इस 0 को we can take here. Okay, now because it is extra 0, it was not, not from the starting, we have taken it. So whenever we take an extra number, we have to put this thing over here, and this is what we call as this thing. See, I don't know if I'm able to. Okay, so yeah, oh no, yeah, this point 3 ke on the left side of 3. So that is what we call as 3 point. Now 2's which number will you multiply in 2? That you will get 10. So 2 5s are 10. If a student is not able to get this division, firstly I will try to make number, to give number of examples, to present number of examples in front of him. And if he is not getting, so then what I can do is I can introduce them with the equivalent fractions. Let's say we have with us 7 upon 2. So if we are finding its equivalent fraction, firstly I will tell equivalent fraction, we know that we have to multiply numerator and denominator with the same number. So when they will multiply it by 1 and 1, they will get the same number. Then when they multiply it by 2 and 2, they will get 14 upon 4. Then 3 and 3, 21 upon 6. Then 28 upon 8, and then 35 upon 10. So I can ask them, if they are getting 35 upon 10, so the number of zeros that we have in our denominator, we just put it as a point, from the right side. You just have to put it, जैसे कि एक नंबर एक ज़ीरो है, so you have to put point एक नंबर से पहले, and from the right side only. So I think I can do it like this, or I will try to introduce this chapter in a better way also.